caught you yet.
You're all going to die down here.
Happy Halloween, everyone. I hope everyone has their popcorn and candy ready to watch some horror movies today. And my Halloween special today is going to be my third favorite horror movie of all time. And I am sure it is one we have all seen a million times. And that's Ridley Scott's Alien. Now, I do feel like the Alien movie has been analyzed, reviewed to an oversaturated amount. There are video synopsis on it, plot breakdowns, Easter eggs. There are so many Alien videos out there that I figured I'm not going to do necessarily a review on it, but I'd rather just share with you why it's my third favorite horror movie of all time. So this is going to be more of a personable Halloween special because there are so many videos out there of this movie already. I don't really want to add to that pile. And if you're one of those rare people who haven't seen this, I'm insanely jealous of you because you have a masterpiece to watch, a movie that's going to immerse you into the depths of the alien world and not let go. I think it goes without saying, it's got some of the best practical effects in the world. It has a creative opening credits where we go through the ship and we're seeing the big world and how massive the ship is. Every detail, every button, lever, analog computer, and air dock of the ship brings so much life to this movie with a frightening production design, impeccable cast, stunning visuals, and the best alien design of all time. Honestly, the Xenomorph is the scariest and best alien idea ever created, and I am really grateful for H.R. Geiger's creation of the alien world and the alien look. The look of the Xenomorph is creative. It's beautiful in a terrifying way as well. There are movies now that have multi-million-dollar budgets, hundreds of millions of dollars put in them, that look like plastic, unappealing to the eyes. This movie did all practical, and even though there are scales and models and toys, it still looks amazing. When I watch this movie, I feel like I know these people. The way they speak to each other, the relationships they have their own profession that they're good at, and they all work together on this ship. I love that likability between the characters. Romulus, there were characters we just couldn't stand to listen to or see, and they annoyed us and irritated us. Alien's special because there aren't any of those characters. We feel like we know them already within a few minutes of the film. Just the natural flow of conversation between them. And something that Ridley Scott mentioned that I really liked, and I wish the movies would have explained this or put it into the plot. This cast is the way it is, and the ship doesn't have any weapons, is because Ridley Scott mentioned how in his film, these workers for Weyland-Yutani are on the poor side. They're giving him the crap equipment and the junkier ship compared to James Cameron's Aliens, that's the more rich side of Weyland-Yutani. The richer people get the guns and the high-tech equipment and the radar and the sonar stuff and the good ships. And I wish they would have put this in the movie, but it's just a comment that Ridley Scott has made that is not implemented in any of the films. You know, it goes without saying, everyone likes Ripley. We have a extremely smart, capable woman in the movie who has the most logic in it. And she's trying to tell people, this is what we need to do. This is how we're going to kill it. And then you have a couple characters who are not necessarily disagreeing with her, but they're more going off of protocol. And she's like, look, protocol don't matter. We're up here by ourselves. No one's coming for us if anything goes wrong. So we need to find out a way to kill this thing. If it gets in here, we don't have equipment to stop it. She is very adamant about her actions, and she has more of a plan than everyone else, and she actually wants to move forward and survive. Also, the aesthetics of the movie. Can't deny this scene here is beautiful. All the buttons and the lights, it looks cool. If you see closely, every button has a purpose on it. It could be the airlock, it could be an extinguisher release, a lever release, a control override. All the buttons have a reason to be in there. It's not just a cool room with lights. This practical room is very fitting to the alien world, and it feels futuristic and nice. When we see the derelict on LV-426, which is the planet that they land on. I've seen this movie a million times, and I still get creeped out by the feel and the vibe the movie's giving, the score, the anonymous tone to it. I see the fog and the gray color palettes that they have on the screen here, and I think there's an alien xenomorph in there and facehuggers. No thank you. Just knowing that those things are on this planet freaks me out, and it still holds up to this day as a really tense movie. And when they get on the ship and you see all these facehugger eggs, it's just beautiful to look at. And I think it goes without saying, the facehugger scene is one of the most interesting scenes in cinema history. When you first watch it, you see this facehugger attach this guy's face, and its tail wraps around his throat, tightening up because it feels threatened. And then when they start experimenting on it, they cut it, and then we learn this thing has acid for blood. So now you know you can't just cut it off his face or kill it. So that raises more questions. Well, how do you save this man? And we later jump into the chest burster blasting out of his chest. We see the xenomorph run off, and then it grows over time. It's such an interesting concept and world that we get to see how real this looks on screen, because in reality, that's just a rubber toy wrapped around a guy's face. We get to the first xenomorph appearance, and it's in this big airlock shaft room. All we're hearing is the sounds of water and chains swinging in the air. And there's this ambient sound of the ship. It just feels like I'm there with this character. The sound work in here, it really pulls you in the movie. And we see the xenomorph for the first time, and it's terrifying. It's got a giant head. It's a very big creature. So we're like in awe of this thing. I probably speak for everyone on this. I like how suspenseful it is. Constant tension and suspense. So we get to the airlock scene, and he's got to go through this airlock with this tiny little blowtorch. He's got his little radar gun, and it's pitch dark in there. He can't see anything in there at all. He's got to go look for this alien that has killed somebody already, and he doesn't even know what it looks like. He doesn't even know what he's looking for. You're just stressed out beyond your imagination, and then the characters are like, it's right by you, and he's like, I don't see anything. But the thing looks like the pieces of the ship, the pipes, so it blends in with the ship. It was right next to him the whole time, but it's so dark in there, we don't see it coming. I'll never get this back. That reveal of Ash, we didn't know he was a Weyland-Yutani robot, and then learn that it wants everyone on the ship to die, and its only mission is to bring back the specimen back to Earth. He doesn't care if any of them die. He just wants to find a way to trap the thing and then escape with it. It's nice that the movie went really hard on the special effects with Ash the robot and how it fell apart and how it's put together. It's got these bracket balls that are attached together so it can move, and how it's run by wires and computer pieces and chips. And the practical effects look better on this today than some robot movies I've seen 2024. You just can't ignore the quality. The alarms. I can't deny I am a big fan of the alarm. It just really feels like the alien world. There's tension, suspense, destruction in this sound because it's not a peaceful noise that I don't think anyone would want to hear. And then we watch Ellen Ripley turn on the self-destruct system, so she's going to nuke the whole ship to kill this alien.
Danger. The emergency destruct system is now activated. The ship will detonate in T-minus 5 minutes.
Where she gets off the Nostromo, we see the whole ship explode, but then she soon discovers that it's in the escape pod with her. She's by herself, and I kind of try to put myself in her shoes. What would I do in this situation? You're in space. If you need to send a message out to anyone, they're not going to get it for like 12 years, and you won't get a response back for like 15 years. Every decision you make is your own. And for her to make logical, smart decisions to kill this thing. It's crazy how she had to nuke the entire Nostromo ship just to kill one Xenomorph. And then the Xeno was smart enough to get on the escape pod with her. A tense-filled scene, she finally kills this thing, sends her a message, and falls asleep. This is a very satisfying ending. We have been stressed out for the last hour seeing this thing kill the crew, and she just nuked the big ship she needed to be on. And she's on this tiny little escape pod. It took a lot of chess moves to get this thing killed, and I think the ending is really satisfying. And I'm a guy who really likes negative endings. It wouldn't have worked if it killed her and then it just sat on the escape pod. And Ripley was a good character, and I'm glad she had a trilogy under her name. I'm not counting the fourth one, okay? Alien Resurrection doesn't exist to me. That's why I'm saying a trilogy. And I will always say that. It's nice to see her continue her story in 2 other movies. She's one of the best written female characters in movie history. And that is why Ridley Scott's Alien is my 3rd favorite horror movie of all time. It holds up to this day. The practical effects are groundbreaking. You're immersed into the world. You will forget you're watching a movie. It is one of the best science fiction movies ever fucking made. And nothing's gonna top this. No matter how many Alien movies they make, nothing's gonna beat this one. Nothing's gonna beat James Cameron's Aliens. They're too perfect. I have no problems with this movie. None. If you haven't seen it, I am insanely jealous of you, and I wish I could relive this for the first time again. I'm going to grade Alien an A+. Now, if you do get a chance to watch this, you should watch the director's cut. There's a deleted scene where it shows the captain cocooned and Ripley has to blowtorch him to death. I'm not sure why Ridley Scott cut that scene out. It was only about 2 minutes long. It was very unsettling because he was cocooned and he's like, kill me. It was gross and disturbing. Pushed the boundaries on the Alien movie. It really made the Alien seem even worse than it is. It's like, oh my God, what is it doing with this guy? And the fact that we know that's what it's been doing on the ship for a while and it has a little spot that it goes to just makes it that much creepier. This movie's great. Thank you, H.R. Geiger, for creating the alien Xenomorph, because this world is so cool. Well, that does it for my Halloween special, guys. I want to wish everyone a happy Halloween. I hope everyone has a good horror movie to watch tonight and they have some popcorn and candy and they're going to enjoy themselves. Other recommendations I would have: The Collector, The Descent, Jessica Biel's Chainsaw Massacre, the Hellraiser remake, Halloween. There's also Never Let Go with Halle Berry. That's out as well. Evil Lurks is a really good one. That came out, I think, last year, if I remember right, but that was a really big surprise. It is a foreign film. Disturbing movies. Human Centipede is a good one. There's a lot out there, but there's a lot of junky ones too. So I don't really know if you're trying to actually get scared tonight, if you want some dumb fun, like Chucky's Dumb Fun. Not sure what your particular taste is, but those are a couple recommendations. If you haven't seen this one, I would just watch this right now. And if you haven't seen The Collector of the Descent, you should also watch those as well. So make sure you got something good to watch tonight, guys. I certainly do. I have my popcorn bucket ready right here. And I'm going to be eating some popcorn out of this thing and watching a scary movie. I do have more reviews coming up, but I do want to announce that I have a 3-part series coming out next month and I'm going to be starting. I'm currently editing them right now, and I'm going to be doing a 3-part series on my top 5 favorite movie scenes, movie openings, and movie endings. They're very big videos, so it's going to take me some time to edit those. I've already filmed them, but they're very big videos, and I need a lot of time to edit them. So that is what is on the table next for my channel. So until then, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when that 3-part series drops. And I will catch you movie fans on my next review. Happy Halloween.